Okay, in this video we're going to look at averages. We're going to look at 3 specific ways of getting the average of a list of numbers. Okay, so this video is concentrating on getting the mean, the mode and the median of a list of numbers. Okay, so first of all, what is an average? Well, I suppose an average is it's almost like a middle ground. Okay, so if there's a list of numbers and you want the average, it's one number that kind of sums up all the other numbers. So for instance, if you want to get the average height of a basketball team, you get the height that kind of sums up the whole team, right? Now there is advantages and disadvantages to that, and some ways of getting the average might be better suited to specific numbers, and other types might be specific to other situations. Right. First of all, we're going to concentrate on the mean first of all, and the mean is where you add up all the numbers and you divide by the number of numbers. So for instance, in this list of numbers here, I would add them all up and then I would divide my answer by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because there's 6 numbers there. Okay, and that's kind of the one that most people associate with average. But there is other ways of getting the average. There is the mode. And the mode is the most common number. So if you look at this list of numbers, is there a number that comes up more often than any other number? Yes. 2. Okay, so there is a mode here. However, if I was just sticking another 4 there, then there would be no mode, because there would be no single number that would come up most often. There would be 2 2s and there would also be 2 4s. But you can't have 2 modes. Okay, so it's either 1 or none. And the median, well, that's where you arrange the numbers from smallest to biggest and then choose the middle number. And if there's 2 middle numbers, then you add them together and divide your answer by 2. So if I was to get the median of this, I would list them out from smallest to biggest. 2 2, 4, get rid of that 4, 2 2, 4, 6 7 9, and then we get the middle number. So we cross off the first and the last, Now I have 2 middle numbers here, so I add them up. 4 and 6 is 10, divide my answer by 2 and I get 5. So the median of this is 5. Alright? Okay. There's advantages and disadvantages of using the mean, the mode and the median. The mean is very good when the data doesn't have outliers. And what an outlier is a number that's very different to all the other numbers. Okay, so it's either a lot bigger or a lot smaller. So when the data doesn't have one of these really, really big numbers that are different from all the other numbers, or a really, really small number that's again different from all the other numbers, then the mean is a very good average to use. However, it's not good when we've outliers, and we'll see that in a minute. The mode is good in that it ignores outliers. A disadvantage of using a mode is there actually may not one exist, as we saw previously. And the median, it's good to use when data has outliers. Okay. Except, to be honest, sometimes it doesn't account for outliers either, so it just totally ignores them, which may not necessarily be a good thing if we have 2 or 3 outliers. Okay. So if we look at this, in here we have 3 classes, and what I mean by classes is, a class in a school. So we have class 1, and here's their pocket money. So there's only 5 students in each of these classes. So in class 1 we have a student getting €5, a student getting €3, a student getting €2, a student getting €5, and a student getting €6. And in class 2 we have the students getting this pocket money, and notice we have an outlier. Okay, we have one outlier, 2000. And in class 3 then we have again 5 students and they're getting different monies. Right, so let's get the mean, the mode and the median of all these. So class 1, the mean, add up all the numbers. So 5 plus 3 plus 2 plus 5 plus 6.